大家好，欢迎收看达赖喇嘛专访特别节目。我们采访团在12月初的一个早上抵达达兰萨拉，达赖喇嘛的官邸。这是一个风景绝佳的别墅，进去的时候安检非常的严格，连摄影机都要做测试。我们被引入等候室，外面有上百个人站在10几度的低温里面等着接见。达赖喇嘛出来的时候，脚步有些沉重，但是声音洪亮。他一一接受信众的哈达，抚慰生病的藏童。终于在他2个钟头以后，他出现在接待室。我们刚开始的问题集中在目前欧洲的难民，以及身为流亡藏人的领袖，他怎么看难民的问题。
Your Holiness, thank you for taking the interview with United Daily News Group. Thank you. To begin with, I'd like to talk with you about, ask your opinion on the refugee crisis these days. There's about several million refugees now in Middle East and Europe. You have been the leader of exile Tibetan refugees for over 60 years. Of course, you understand how serious this question is. What would you talk to them for those people who have lost hope and away from home?
It's really, firstly, very, very sad, and especially when we see some old people and a mother with a small child. These people, very, very innocent, but then they find it very difficult to live in their own country. And so situation forced them to leave. Very sad. At the same time, we Tibetan refugee, 1959, even now, I think population about 150, 60,000. Quite small. Now few millions refugee. Number also is quite big. Really, very complicated sort of situation. Then I think basically we should sort of have the view these sort of refugees should consider as a temporary escape because of danger. You see, they must think eventually go back and build their own country. This Arab country is a very ancient nation, and things. You see, there is potential. So you see, ultimately we have to think solving this problem and build peace in their own country, and plan eventually return. And now I think world community should provide facility for education, health, and then you see certain sort of technology or certain sort of missions to help them to build their own economy or these things. So it is really not just you should think as a refugee and some kind of sort of thing. They are rehabilitation in new country. I do not think you see this is not sufficient. We must think for time being, you see, as a sort of a temporary sort of facility, and that also meantime they should provide education. There are young children and the sort of youth, male and female, some sort of technical or skill should provide some study, knowledge. So while they remain in foreign free country, you see, they should not waste time. You see, make preparation for rebuild their own country. That's my view. Of course, when saying that, easy. Implement, not easy.
Your Holiness, the origin of this refugee crisis coming from the civil war in Syria.
That's right.
But they are talking about there's a more deeper reason, is the religious intolerance and hatred that is happening right now. How do you think about this issue, about there seem to be a phenomenon of religious hatred and intolerance around the world these days?
That is another problem or aspect or problem or situation. All religions, all major religious traditions, because some sort of spirit worship, local sort of certain belief, they have no philosophical views. Then is those religious traditions, such as Judaism, Christianity, Islam, different Hindu, and then Jains, Buddhists, and all these major religious traditions, they also have philosophy, different concept. So I usually say all major religious traditions, three aspects. One aspect, religion. That is all same practice of love, practice of compassion, and with that practice of forgiveness, tolerance, contentment, self-discipline. All major religious traditions, same. I have many friends from these different religious traditions. You see, we have common practice. And we can see, you see, very, so, or say, the marvelous human being from these different religious traditions. They are, like late Mother Teresa and others. So who really wonderful human being. That shows all major religious traditions have same potential to produce good human being, sensible human being. That's religious aspect. Here, no differences. Now, philosophical part, there's differences. I think they are all major religious traditions, basically two groups. Theistic religion, which believe creator. Another group, no concept of creator, but rather self-creation. So different philosophy. And within each theistic, because there was the theistic religion and non-theistic religion, within there, again, differences there. But then we have to ask, what's the purpose of this different philosophy? Then the answer is, same purpose, to strengthening the practice of love, practice of compassion. To some people, the concept of God, creator, very powerful to strengthening the compassion, love. You see, God as almost like our Father, creator. God creates whole sort of phenomena or world, this planet. So therefore, you see, although the God's created world, lot of problems. So in any way, God really, you see, according to theistic religion, truly our Father. So that Father, what kind of Father? Nobody say God with anger, full angry. Nobody said. God, infinite love. So our Creator is such wonderful, infinite love. So we, as a creature of that kind of Father, then that brings inner sort of enthusiasm to practice love, like that, forgiveness, these things. And then genuine sense of sort of, or say the theistic religion, entire 7 billion human beings are come from same source. So actually, we all same brothers, sisters. So that concept very powerful to develop genuine sense of, or say the love, sense of respect. So like human right concept, very much is based here. We all same right, because we all creature of same source. Very powerful. Then non-theistic religion. I am one of the non-theistic religious follower, practitioner. So self-creation. See, here, Jainism, Buddhism, and one ancient Indian tradition, Sankhyaism, these three, you see, no concept of creator, but law of causality. It's quite similar, Darwinian theory, like that. So here, you see, emphasis individual's responsibility. If you practice love, compassion, respect other, you get benefit. If you do wrong things, harming other people, cheating other people, bully other people, you have to face, we have to sort of face consequences, negative consequences. So that way of approach, also you see to some people, that way of approach is very, very helpful. So these are different philosophical views, like different food. Is to provide the same sort of purpose to nourishment oneself, like that, or medicine to cure illness, but variety of medicine, same purpose, like that. So different religious tradition, different philosophy. If we look, what is the purpose of that philosophical view, different philosophical view, same purpose. So, and we appreciate different philosophical views. It's something like different way of approach. Among humanity, over 3,000 years, people who have different mental disposition, because you see geographical differences, climate conditions, and way of life, you see, because of this environment, certain sort of way of thinking, mental disposition also different. So therefore, with different mental disposition, different way of approach is relevant, necessary. I think one religion, no matter how wonderful, will not cover 7 billion human beings. Even now today, you see, over 1 billion, in spite variety of different spirituality, but over 1 billion non-believer. That's fact. So therefore, second aspect, different philosophy. I think in tradition, sometimes you see argument between different philosophical views. And within same follower of Buddha, you see there are 4 major Buddhist philosophical school of thought. Vivashik, Sodantik, Chitta Mantra, Madhyamika. So I think through centuries, you see some debate, discussions among these different Buddhist philosophical views. Okay, like that. You see, it's useful, you see, to bring the practice of the compassion more stronger because of these different philosophical views which suitable according to one's own mental disposition, like that. Then third aspect, cultural aspect. For that, most of these religious traditions, when these religions develop, the social system, more or less feudal system. And also at that time, sometimes you see, it also you see society, male dominant society. At that time, education, not much there. So in order to become leader of society, the physical strength is the main condition. So male dominant develop. So because of that, these different religious traditions, the cultural aspect, some impact about the existing sort of male dominant sort of society. That also is in there. So that part, I think, time changed. Now, everybody is very much sort of insist equality, male and female. I think essentially Buddha gives same right, bhikshu and bhikshuni, like that. So sometimes we Buddhists also, a little bit consider male a little bit superior. So these things, time change. Firstly, now democratic society, everybody equal. So there's some aspect of cultural aspect, I think sometimes may be necessary to modify or to change, like that. So thinking, these from wider perspective, realistically, then different religions, carry same teaching, and we need different way of approach about this practice, then automatically brings the sort of attitude, respect, or religion.